I want to say thank you to everyone so much for helping out. All right, a lot of cool stuff to talk about this week. We did the GT3s versus our normal Porsche Cup races just to get ready for the 10-hour of Suzuka event. With that in mind, our I rating went down from the 1430 we were at after Bathurst to a 1285. Took me a little while to get my head wrapped around the GT3 cars again and kind of the format and what you want to do well in the longer VRS races. But I was starting to do well again towards the end of the week, so going back to the GT3s, I think it'll still be a little promising. Safety rating went from an A 3.6 up to an A 3.66. With the 10-hour race being in there, I don't know that that's a huge improvement, but it's an improvement. So yeah, 10 hours of Suzuka. Well, our times at the beginning of the week during practices with the VRS and sprint races were around a 2:03.087. We got that down to a 2:00.740 in practice and a 2:00.870 in a race. During the 10-hour, we weren't able to get to those times. I think my best time in the 10-hour was a low 2:02. But the amazing thing that happened with our 10-hour race and subsequent rest of the 24-hour stream was the amount of money we were able to raise for Extra Life and Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Last year we did this. We didn't do a 10-hour race as part of it, but we were able to raise $600 last year. This year was amazing. We raised $1,156, which almost doubles last year's money. So just want to give a whole bunch of big shout outs here from Facebook. Mary, Andy, Roger, and John, thank you so much for your generous donations. And then during the stream, I've only got the names that people put into the website, so I'm just gonna go down the list here of what y'all put in. Thank you, Porsche Man Down. Porsche Down Man. Elira 3D, Battery H, Lord of Sarcasm, Wally, ELO Steamfunk, Dr. Irrefutable, Frango Mint, Ziamfer, Cajun, Seven Squid, Nixon, Backmarker Gaming, Hexen. I hope I'm pronouncing this one right. Ola Sarnkvist, Matt Fries, Mostly Blind, Alexander De Sestoa, Mr. Random 287, ILM Sucks, Thomas Willerhausen, Dropbeard, Sleepy Time, Jesse, otherwise known as Cars and Coffees, Baldman, Digital Panhandler, Carlos Andre Flores Gomez, Ultrasaurus, Ant Lance, and Daniela Great 11. Thank you so much, everyone, for making this a huge success and worth doing. Next year, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to do the whole 24 hours. I might try doing something a little bit shorter, but again, we were able to raise some good money for a good charity. So thank you so much. Now, on to how the race went. Like I said, we weren't able to hit our 2:00 times. I started the race and we were doing all right up until there was the first lap, as you're seeing right now in the replay, it may have gone by. I'm not sure how long I've been talking at this point, but you can see that there was some crashy crash happening, but we were able to avoid it. And for most of the first stint, we avoided everything. We did have a point where a rogue McLaren made some contact with us, and that kind of shook me, and I started making some little mistakes and losing control of the car here and there after that. But we were able to get up till 13th. We did have a couple meatballs that happened during the race that took us about 30 minutes of repairs to get underway. That dropped us back down to 30th place, but with some solid driving from the whole team, we were able to get back up to 17th place. The team had me drive the end of the race. This is the first of these endurance races that I did both the beginning and end stints of. I think this is the first one that I've done either the beginning or end stint of, and it was kind of fun. A little nerve-wracking just because, like, I think in any of these things, everybody just doesn't want to let each other down, right? As supportive, every team I've done one of these with has been amazingly supportive. At Spa, I was the dude who got the 30 minutes of repairs going on the car. Without that, you know, it's really easy to play the what if game. But I think the most important thing in any of these long endurance events is just to keep your head up, keep a positive attitude, and keep going. As shown by our comeback, you know, we had some pace and we were able to get back quite a few positions just by not giving up. So, like I said, I'm super proud of all of us. Doing the beginning of the race has its interestingness in having to avoid the people who don't realize that it's a 10-hour race and you have to pace yourself. And they end up wiping themselves out. And the end of the race was interesting because it got dark at Suzuka. And oh boy, there's no lights. There's no lighting on this track. It's scary in the dark, man. But I was able to make it through. Still keeping a fair amount of pace. The best lap time I got was in the sunset time when the track had a chance to cool off. During the noontime stints, it was really hot track temperatures. I think it got up to 120 Fahrenheit. My apologies to my more metrically minded friends. I'm not able to do that conversion off the top of my head, but I'll say it's pretty hot. Not as hot as it's going to get at our upcoming Porsche Cup races at Interlagos in Brazil, but still plenty hot. It cooled down to, I want to say, the 70s for the evening splits. I did put the fastest lap time down for our team, but I think that was due to the colder track temps. Before that, Colin, aka Arxyl, was able to put down the quickest lap time for our team during the hotter temps. So honestly, he's probably got the quicker time, all things considered. But yeah, super happy with Team Git Gud Racing and how we did at the 10-hour of Suzuka event, and super duper appreciative of everyone who came by and hung out, everybody who donated, and yeah, like I said, probably not going to do 24 hours next year, but we'll do something for Extra Life next year. Super duper happy with how things ended up. And yeah, we did some community races after the fact, and we had fun doing stuff like Formula V's at an oval, some LMP and other high downforce cars on a super speedway. It was just some bonkers fun, and we had a ton of fun after that. So like I said, super appreciative. And like I was saying, next week takes us to Interlagos with the Porsche Cup. And I think if you remember last season from the GT3s we were doing, it took me about a week to get Interlagos down, but I was having fun with it by the end of the week and felt somewhat able to be competitive. So hopefully I can quickly remember and figure out the differences in braking points for the Porsche Cup versus the actual GT3 cars, and get that competitiveness going. Wednesday we have coming up as we've been doing a Camel GT race at Mosport, Canadian track, and I've never driven that one before, so I've got to get some practice in before that comes up, so I'm not like, so I'm able to finish. I don't think I'm gonna do well, but yeah, that stuff's coming up. If you like the video, please hit the subscribe button. It does help out a ton, and you know, if you liked it, also thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, thumbs down. You know, leave a comment if you've got any questions or input on how the stream or videos could get better. Till next time, folks. Bye.